Speed mine's all of your mental stats, right?
It's just int, I think.
Oh, int isn't that big of a deal.
I mean, it is when you
Compared
can't effectively communicate.
Well, compared to charisma.
Yeah, you can put a pretty smile on your face, but you won't be able to talk very well anymore.
Oh yeah, but he'll make you believe he was talking.
I believe I was talking.
Interpretive dance. Performance check.
Interpretive dance. Okay.
Wait, is Bamir a dancing bard?
No. Mir's becoming an asshole bard.
That kind of reminds me.
Becoming.
Knight, have you seen it's King Chris on TikTok? He does like a lot of anime TikToks.
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll try to find you one that is funny, and I'll send it to you real quick.
Please do. I won't be able to look at it until after, but
He's got like 11 million followers on TikTok, and he still hasn't been verified. And it's kind of a running meme that he makes videos about. And it's quite funny.
the tweet has been twatted.
Okay, I'll send this to you. Really
Oh,
quick. You can...
come on.
What?
Hmm?
Already.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Everything okay?
Bothering me.
I'm the faded.
What?
Somebody needs to call in.
All right. Well, let me make sure that on this channel that I have emote only chat toggled. As an action. Yep. Perfect. The second we went live, we got one of the hate raid bot accounts that followed.
It's been
Got a
happening
host follow,
everywhere
yeah.
today.
Yeah, this one's a host, but yeah, it's same numbers and stuff. But again, I don't care per se. But
Gotcha. I am not in my camera frame on
No,
the
you're not.
stream.
Huh.
That's weird.
But I'm here. I'm here, guys.
you're here. We are here. We are here. We are here. While we're waiting for people to file in,
And all these bands come through.
I'm going to go ahead and ban some people.
Oh boy.
My finger. There it is.
There we go. And everybody's banned. Woo! Who wants a ban? You want a ban. We all want a ban. Ban.
Knight, I sent you his 11 million follower video.
All right, I will have to watch that once we are done here.
Mm-hmm.
You know where we don't get hate raids?
Hmm.
I do.
Trovo. Amazing.
Hey, look, man. We can shut it off.
It's D&D time.
Man, now all I can hear is that UFC fight announcer. It's time!
Let's get ready to rumble.
I miss that guy.
Yeah.
How many years did he call fights? Does he still call fights?
Or good old Mills Lane. Let's get it on.
That's a good one, too.
Knight, do you need to call in with your account?
What?
We're missing a faded.
On the stream.
On the stream, you can't see my face.
What?
Yeah, I called it out earlier. If you look at the stream, you see my face is not behind my frame.
Yeah. I don't understand why that is.
Am I hiding?
No.
You guys can see my
Why?
face, right? Like,
In the Zoom chat, yeah.
oh wait.
Not on stream.
Is it dark?
Yep.
No.
Is it dark? Is that what's going on?
No, you're like, it's like the window's gone.
Maybe
That's weird.
no, it's just Ashin, you know.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Gloomstalker.
Yeah, something is wrong with your
You broke it.
video.
Your ginger face broke it.
Yep.
But how did I? But you guys can see me.
I know. Trust me. I know.
Sorry.
Well,
There you
fix it, dear Henry. Dear Henry.
It's
Here.
fine.
Oh, hello.
Hello. This
Hello.
is why you are
This
your
is
own
why you
tech
Sonic.
support.
What?
This is why you become your own tech support.
I thought somebody was getting Sonic. I was gonna say, give me some tots, please.
You want some tots? You all about
Fuck yeah!
about them toddies?
Hot
Anybody
toddies.
else? Anybody else ever had Taco John's before?
Pardon?
No.
No.
We saw okay when we were driving through, like we went to Iowa, went to South Dakota, drove back, and we saw a bunch of Taco John's, and we were.
You should have
offended.
stopped.
We were offended.
They're tater tots.
Ooh,
You'll
Okay.
never get a better tater tot.
I like tots.
How do you have tater tots at a place called Taco John's?
Don't question it. They
Why?
are
Their food?
fantastic.
Their food is
I mean,
delicious. They're
look.
better than Taco Bell,
Okay,
hands down.
That's
Okay.
not saying a lot.
if you're gonna have a thing
Better
where,
than Taco
where you're gonna
Bells.
sell tacos, at least call it Taco Wands, not Taco John's.
But it's called Taco John's. Look,
No, but
don't knock it. Don't knock it till you try it.
No.
look,
Have you seen the guy that calls up dueling establishments and holds the phones together? Like the two Chinese restaurants? Puts them together, and then the ones that did Papa John's and Domino's. They're like, you get a large pizza and a 2-liter for $6? Or he's like, you got a large pizza, one topping for $6? And a 2-liter. And a 2-liter? What the f? Like, just so mad at him. It's, like, this is a
They-
Papa
they
John's
kind of-
across town.
That kind of reminds me of that TikTok. And he's like,
Oh.
"Hey, what's your name?
What's your name? Yeah.
Ezekiel. Hey, fuck
You,
you, Ezekiel."
Ezekiel. Hey, what's your name? Oh, I love it. Oh man. All right. I think it's time. I think we just gotta rip the Band-Aid off. It's been a couple weeks, so I will go ahead and say the familiar lines of welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dungeon Nytes, our weekly shows of D&D from us to you. Last
weekly
time,
with an asterisk.
yeah, weekly asterisk. Look, between the curse, the COVID, and in all life things, sometimes you just have to take some time off. Welcome back to Cataract. Cataract, you hope you had a nice couple weeks off. Hope you had some nice time.
It was great.
It was great. What are you channeling Bruce Willis from Fifth Element?
I don't know. Maybe.
How you feeling, big guy? Thrilled. Unbelievable. This is great. So just a great time.
Poor man just wanted his coffee and his cigarette the first thing in the morning.
I know.
Visited some family. Did a little touristy crap in South Dakota.
South Dakota's nice.
Are for coffee and contemplation.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. So how
Crazy
was
horse.
that?
It was great. It was very impressive. Made me feel a lot of things.
Did you go see Crazy Horse afterwards?
We actually saw Crazy Horse first.
And you still thought Rushmore was impressive?
I thought they were both impressive. Crazy Horse because of its size. Mount Rushmore because of its completeness.
Fair.
I don't know. I think they both have like Crazy Horse was a very impressive monument and a very meaningful monument on its own right, and the Mount Rushmore it's also very impressive and very meaningful. So I feel like they were both good experiences.
I'm glad you had that takeaway, because when I was going through there, I was with my grandpa, and it was my going to college for my freshman year. And we took our time, but we were still trying to make good time. So we went and spent a lot more time at Crazy Horse than we thought we were going to. We didn't even plan on stopping there, but we're just like, oh, what's this? And it's like, oh, it's a national park, or it's not a national park. Excuse me. It's an independently owned and operated kind of thing, but the whole thing behind Crazy Horse was basically the chiefs of the Black Hill kind of tribes got together and had put together a monument. And they said, we want them to know that we had heroes too. And so they got this huge monument that they basically been carving out of a mountain by one family for, it was like 50, 60 years at this point.
No, more than that.
Yeah, so generations of this family, and they're carving it out of a mountain. And so we spent a whole bunch of time there, and we went and watched videos in the little amphitheater and all this cool stuff. And then we drove up the road to Rushmore, and I was just like, is that it? I just remember being so underwhelmed because the size difference is massive when you think about okay, there's 4 extremely detailed carved heads, and it's impressive that they're there. You're 100% right. But the size comparison alone, you're just like, whoa, okay. But the whole monument around Rushmore is really nice. But I just remember the teenage me just being like, damn. I mean, not as big as I thought it was going to be, but it was probably just because I saw Crazy Horse an hour before.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, both of them are very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally understand the hugeness that is the undertaking that Crazy Horse is.
Right.
But there is also it's also both of the guys that were doing all of the monuments and Gutzon Borglum and it's Korshak. I blanked on his name. It's something hard to pronounce. But both of them are super interesting stories, and the whole fact that they built all that they did of Mount Rushmore in 14 years or something like that was just ridiculous.
And they were having problems too when it was being built, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to move Jefferson's head from the left side of Washington to the right side because there wasn't enough carvable rock. Jefferson actually looks higher now than he was supposed to, just because if they didn't, his nose was going to fall off after a few years.
That, and it's the secret location of Richie Rich's family vault. Anyway. Some fun movie trivia facts. Corrupt's I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I actually do.
You know that one? Yes!
I understand
not because I've seen it, but just because I know the reference somehow.
Awesome. But yeah, well, welcome back. I'm happy you're back. I'm happy you had a good couple weeks off. It's been hey, whenever you take some time away, it's time to think about things, and that's always fun because oh my goodness, there's so much fun in store as we get here. So last week or last session rather, because that was 3 weeks ago. Last session we had a couple big milestones happen. One, Sahanin offered to transport everybody to the Feywild. So that was one thing. Bamir got it on with Sister Grayla after finding out that his father apparently was at the wedding of Asteria's stepmom and dad and was never heard from again.
We have a different word for her.
Yeah. Evil bitch. Is that good enough? Probably a little understated at that point, but yes.
A little bit.
So we had that tidbit, which is some interesting news. And while Ashin was off walking to take a little trip to go visit Edermath, somebody called him by name, who we previously thought was brain scrambled, and that was Reidoth. So Reidoth.
Yeah, we were occupying the same tree, actually.
Yeah. Reidoth apparently is back in the headspace, but we'll see just how much of headspace he's in. And we'll pick it up there. You seem surprised to see me, Ashin.
Maybe not surprised to see you, but more so surprised that you recognize me.
Yeah, about that. Sorry, I've been a bit of a vegetable. It's not my preferred state to be a potato, but, you know, I had to do some recovery. And it's an old druid spell. I learned it's a preservation. Essentially, you cast a spell and it kind of secludes your memories and kind of hides all the things that happen. It kind of keeps your mind from going into shock and allows you extra time to process things. The interesting thing about the spell is that at some point you simultaneously begin to catch up in your memories and can start exploring them. So while I have been, we'll say, not present to you, I'm very present to me. And it seems we have a problem, Ashin.
There are a multitude of them.
I'm aware. What do you suppose we do with all these wolves?
I don't know that anyone appreciates my answer to that question.
Try me.
I've been saying it since day one. We need to burn them to the ground.
Finally. Listen, Ashin, let me tell you a little secret. Most of the time, people look at druids and they say, look how they're one with nature. Look how they want to preserve everything. And to a certain degree, that's true. It's very true. First time you met me, you were in Thunder Tree, and I was asking for your aid in ridding the land of a green dragon.
Might I interject?
Sure.
And state that not so much that you're about preserving nature, but preserving the balance in nature.
Yes. That's a good way to put it. However, most don't realize that the balance sometimes comes with a culling.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the excess presence of all these little underfoot bastard goblins and this handful of a, sorry excuse for a, well, this might surprise you a little bit, but they're not strictly werewolves, you see. They're actually a type of dark druid.
I think I probably could have ventured that guess eventually.
At least the leader is. The underlings seem more under the influence of pure lycanthropy, but the leader, him I've met before. Him I've banished before.
I have come into contact with them before, Reidoth.
Let me
I
guess.
know what you mean.
10 years ago?
Give or take.
That was the last time he was here. Apparently, he was looking for someone, sacked a few villages along the way, leaving almost nothing in his wake. I had to put him in his place. Sent that bastard back to wherever he came from, which apparently is the Feywild? Am I understanding that correctly?
You are. And Ashin will move a little bit more into the moonlight, kind of revealing more of himself instead of just being obscured in shadow. And I peel the hood off my cloak and kind of pull the neck of my armor and clothing back to show him the scar like that runs along the side of Ashin's head and down that side of his neck that is basically covered by the bear tattoo that he got for Godoruk after Godoruk died. So yes, I have met them before.
Well, I have a formula for how I sent his ass packing last time. Let's see if it'll work twice. Where are the others?
They are likely finding sleep
Oh,
in the
That's
tavern.
right.
It is getting late.
how about this? I'll come and meet you at the tavern in the morning, and we can talk with everyone then. I'm sure they'll be quite surprised to see me.
There is someone that you haven't met in our party now.
Ah, big guy.
I don't.
Thorin.
Yeah, I don't want you to be super surprised by him because he's big.
Actually, I don't think you quite understood the nature of the magic. See, I know everything that's been happening. I just haven't been experiencing it in the present.
That's got to be confusing.
It can be. It's not particularly a pleasant spell. But I am aware of everything that has happened thus far. I am aware of your friend Thorin, and that he is quite the hulking mass. I'm also aware that the town was essentially assaulted, that we've had a near breakout of lycanthropy, which was somehow augmented with magic. That's a new trick.
Nothing a little silver can't fix.
Oh, Silver, sure. But I've got a few other tricks. Anyway, let's talk tomorrow. It's fine. We can be introduced, and perhaps I can have some fun with Thorin. He's not used to me yet.
Absolutely. Well, it was nice seeing you, Reidoth. You have a wonderful evening. And Ashin will, drop out of the tree.
You're just going to hear this kind of whoosh, and you're going to see a squirrel kind of hop down after you and run back to Ettermath's hut.
After Ashin lands, I will just kind of make my way through the darker side of town back to the garden where Ashin and Asteria usually spend their evenings.
Is Asteria awake?
I don't know how long she's been in her trance for.
We'll just say probably not at this point. So, Asheen, you get back there. Asteria's probably still in meditative mode. And we kind of let the night fade into black. It is uneventful. The guards atop the walls report to you, Asheen, early in the morning that there was little movement to the north, but beyond that, nothing else in any of the other directions. The scouts that Moira sent out are all returned with essentially an all clear, at least within a decent perimeter of the town. So wherever they pulled back to for the time being, it's not in the direct vicinity.
Thank you, he'll say to the guard that reports to him.
No problem, sir. Back to the wall.
Would you please have Moira come see me this morning?
Sure.
She can
I'll
have
send her.
breakfast with the sword, please.
Okay. I'll go fetch her straight away. Anything else?
Have a good day.
Do my best, sir. And he'll walk out. A little bit later, Moira will show up. The rest of you are able to kind of wake up. Droop prepares coffee and some other juices.
Take it easy on the coffee today, Drew.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't need, I don't need to repeat. Yeah, thanks. Anyway.
It was good with cinnamon rolls, though.
I'll go see what Tobin's doing.
And he kind of licks his tooth as it's kind of hanging out of his mouth. So he's got that snaggle tooth now. He comes back a little bit later with some breakfast from Toblin. And as you're all kind of sitting, not even in the war room, but just in the main area of the tavern, Reidoth walks in.
Oh, I probably should have told you guys first thing this morning.
About your friend?
Were you watching him for a while? Is Zettermeth out of town?
Vermeer, you can take that attitude and shove it right up your ass.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh,
Did you miss me? Hello, Asteria. You're looking mighty blue.
Ooh.
Is that a
sorry.
compliment?
Oh, you're back to green, right?
Yeah.
She's
Never
green.
mind. Hello, Asteria. Hey,
Hello.
big man. You. Thorin,
Ah.
right? Hi.
Yes, nice to meet you.
I'm Reidoth. Don't touch me.
Okay.
Where is that lovable little shit stain? Droop, there you are. Still pooping in shoes?
No. Machine taught me how to use the bathroom.
Well, that's good. I won't have to turn you into anything unpleasant for doing so into my sneakers. Thank you. Anyway, I see there's some surprised looks. Were you not thinking that I would ever come back, that I was permanently going to be a vegetable sitting in Edomath's company?
Well,
Asheen offers his chair to Reidoth.
it had been quite some
Thank
time.
Yes, about that. There was a certain spell that I was able to cast right before I was frozen solid. Helps to repress your memories and ease the shock of near-death experiences, allows you to process things over a longer period of time as a form of healing. Consequence being that I am able to still remain present and absorb everything going on around me, but I have a little bit more time to accept everything and sort through the memories before your body and mind fully rejoin back to the present.
Oh, good. You owe me some bed sheets.
You don't even sleep in that room.
This is fair, but Thorin does.
No. Yeah, that's right.
Pretty sure we got a new bed and bed sheets to fit this man, so I think we're good.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna fit in that bed.
Yeah.
Still doesn't.
No.
But Reidoth, I'm definitely glad that you're back.
I'm happy to be back, Bamir.
And
It's been...
sorry about the whole intermeth thing.
No, it's all right. I understand that when a seemingly old man shits his pants on the regular, it's a bit unnerving, and no one wants that company. So, I'm very happy to be back in control of my faculties. So, we have a problem.
We have several.
Several problems.
Well, you have several problems. We, collectively, have a rather big one. I know you killed the dragon. That's one problem gone. Now we seem to have, well, some lycanthropes and some goblins that want Asteria.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you were different. I didn't realize that you were a princess.
I hate that word.
Oh, stop it, princess. Own what you are.
You
Powerful
may hate the
druid
word.
you've become, but you can't escape your heritage and your blood. Sooner you
This
accept it and stop running from it, the sooner you'll realize your untapped potential.
This is very true.
I wasn't exactly running from that. I was running from her because she wants to murder me.
No. From what I gather, she wants to marry you off. Which
Yeah, to
could
get
feel
me out
like
of the
death.
way so she could drink some coffee.
I mean, I assure you that, marriage can, seem like a cruel punishment at some junctures, but typically it's a happy thing.
Reidoth, are you hungry?
As he's like walked over and is like already like pocketing cinnamon rolls into his robes. I'm good.
Messy.
I mean, I know you spent a lot of time as a squirrel, but you don't need to squirrel your food away. You can eat it.
Let me be, you ass. I'm an old
Would you
man,
like some-
I'll do as I do.
Would you like
Anyway.
some coffee, sir?
Love some coffee.
Ashin prepares him a cup. Cream and sugar? Or milk and sugar? Or do you
Just-
like yours straight off the
just
bean?
Straight from the earth.
Okay, here you go. Droop made it.
Don't kill him. He's worth something. Anyway,
Hey,
what? He's giving you a compliment.
So
it's a
real
weird
quick,
compliment.
I just have this picture of Reidoth going, bleh.
No. Droop is a perfectionist.
Huh?
Droop is
Doesn't
a
mean his skill
perfectionist.
level is at that level, though.
Oh. What you don't know about Droop is he spent hours mastering the right brew temperatures already so that he could make the perfect cup of coffee.
Droop doesn't need sleep anymore. He just drinks coffee.
Exactly.
That's Droop's superpower.
It is his potion of watchful rest. It's just coffee. He just straight to the head.
Just
Listen, I might have a point of exhaustion, okay? But I got coffee, so I feel good.
anyway. But no, let's talk. There are some things to discuss for sure. Firstly, I had a conversation with Ashin last evening. This is not the first time I have faced this enemy. I believe we all have a greater connection than we might have originally seemed. Asteria, the night that you fled and met Ashin,
Mm-hmm.
I was hunting that party.
Well, I killed some of them, so You're welcome.
You did, yes. And I drove the rest of them back. Took some doing, but got the job done. I think I have a plan to help us do that again.
Okay. What would that plan entail?
Well, magic, of course.
Obviously, Reidoth.
With one with such a strong connection to Sahanin, you still dumbfound me that you don't think of simple solutions. What is it that lycanthropes need to aid in their transformation?
The moon.
The moon.
So if you block out the moon, they can't transform.
Well, the guys that we had were locked in a room. You couldn't see the moon at all.
I don't believe that it is required for them to see the moon. But their power is drawn to it, drawn by it, enhanced by it.
Very close, Ashin. Bamir, think of it this way. The main... Calling him a man would be immoral. The main drow in charge. It's him who has to have the connection. As long as he is able to draw on the power of the moon, he is able to control the transformations of the others and gain more power for himself. Last time we faced him, I cast a spell to block out the moon. It weakened him and forced him back into his drow state, in which I was able to then use a series of other spells to manipulate the environment to be very inhospitable towards him and all of his friends. As soon as the goblins were aware that their power was faded and waning, they abandoned the cause, no longer fully afraid of, all of them, because they were just simple drow at that point. They were more afraid of the fact that someone else was able to conjure greater power. That alone was enough to take care of them. The rest, well, the trees themselves are allies. I bound many of them with roots, tore them limb from limb, grew some into trees to feed them. But the leader escaped somehow. Still not quite sure how he did it, but knew that he was gone, could feel his presence leave. Somehow he must have gone back from whence he came, to which we now know he's apparently the Feywild. Most curious. Would love to know how he does it. But that's neither here nor there. We need a plan. And I think we can do it again.
I'm all ears.
Well,
Just being honest here, I'm an instrument. While I can strategize all day long, I'm an arrow, not a staff.
I just need to know what I need to do. I don't trust him to ever stop coming after these people just because he has his prize and takes me back.
Well,
That's
that's the
easy.
thing, Asteria. I think we need to use you to draw him out. But I think you need to do something a little different than what you're maybe used to.
Different how?
Well, up until this point, you've drawn on the power of the moon. And Sehanine, I think it's time for you to learn about drawing from the power of the sun.
I've never quite heard of that before.
Oh, come now. Surely someone has helped you to understand the soul of summer.
Maybe when I was younger, in the Feywild.
Let's explore this, shall we? Asteria, you are of which court?
The Spring Court?
Right. Now, what do we usually attribute with spring?
New growth?
Exactly.
Warmer days?
Which takes the power of?
The sun?
The sun. Exactly. It's inherent in your being, Asteria, for you to be able to harness the power of the sun, as well as the moon. Now, Sehanine being a moon goddess, surely is aiding you at times of night. It's when you commune with her and all those different wonderful things. But you also have powers over the sun.
Okay.
During the daytime, you know the spell to summon the moonbeam?
Mm-hmm.
If you but wish it, you can channel the power of the sun.
Onto the werewolves?
Yes.
Is that our plan? To draw him out?
You gotta
It
draw him out
gets
first.
So much more better than that. Damn it. Still need to get my words right. Still gets better than that. So, Asteria, what do we know about the sun and the moon?
Night and day?
Correct. But, do they ever go away?
No.
Right. So, think of how much fun it would be to channel the day during the night.
It certainly would mess with him. Him mostly.
Just because the sun isn't visible in our sky doesn't mean that you can't harness its power from where it is. It would take some doing. But if you focus your energy, you can pull the sun to you. I'll assist you, of course.
I would gladly take your assistance right off.
But that's
What
the
is
first.
everyone else going to be doing?
Well, fighting,
Killing
of course.
werewolves.
They're not going to go down easily.
Silly
But-
me. Stupid question.
But they're definitely going to come to the aid of their leader. For sure. My hope is that we can once again scare away the goblins, if not have the townsfolk make enough of a fuss that they drive them back and keep them at bay. But seeing the power of the sun conjured in the middle of the evening, after having drawn out the leader and forcing him back into his normal state, and by proxy, transforming all of his lieutenants and underlings back into their drow forms as well. That could be the shift in power that we need. Then it's just about killing him.
Bamir,
Yeah.
are you able to stop others from using magic? Or counter it, so to say?
To a degree.
Okay. I'm only asking because if their leader is a spellcaster, we may need use of that. Once he's trapped not in his woven form, he will try to cast.
No. We'll see. I have studied the art, but I haven't had much chance to use it.
Well, no time like the present. These cinnamon rolls are really good.
When should we
Open.
attempt this? Today? This evening?
Oh, we have some time. They're going to return, right? On the next full moon?
Yes.
That's what they said.
So we should just make preparations then?
Or we could go hunt them down.
We could.
Hmm.
I'm all for that. If they're anywhere in the forest or in the mountains, I will have no problems finding them.
Mile northeast.
Well, I mean, they're surrounded by a horde of goblins, so if they're difficult to find, then
See,
those are some weird ass
it's
stuff.
more if they're constantly
No
moving
offense.
or not.
No, they're a mile northeast.
Oh, well, okay.
Look, when you're a squirrel, people tend to ignore you.
Pretty sure goblins eat squirrels.
Oh, they
Even when
do.
you're a wolf, people ignore you.
I mean,
Not
wolves
as a
can't get
bird.
up into... Wolves don't climb trees very easily.
People like to shoot me down when I'm a bird. It's not pleasant.
Yes. Yes. That is an unfortunate thing about being a shapeshifter. That said, I was off evening before last. I was exploring around to see if I could find out where they were camped. I found the bulk of them a mile northeast. It is true the goblins are patrolling around, but they are at the behest of the main group. They were sequestered, at least at that time. It would be a place to start for sure.
You said to the northeast. So off the Tribor?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where you saw them last, isn't it? At least that's what the god said.
Sounds to me like I'm going for a walk. Ashin puts his mug down.
Ashin, no. Listen, here's what we need to do. Respectfully. Let me work with Asteria today and help her learn how to channel the power of the sun. This evening, we can go and try and have a scouting party to find them.
Okay.
I think we should take the captain of your guard today and have her go directly west. There should be a small group of goblins patrolling there. Slaughtering them and, well, leaving their corpses to find would be a good marker and also would aid in breaking the morale of the goblins.
You say small group. Now, this is a large band of goblins. When you say small, do you have an approximation of numbers?
I mean about 30.
Should I go with her?
I mean, you could.
I'm not going to tell you no.
Well, I'm not going to send Moira out to die either.
Oh, that
I have faith in her capabilities, but strength in numbers.
Sure. If you wanted to go with her, that's fine.
Well,
I'm not going to
sure
tell
she
you no
wouldn't
either.
go by herself. She'd probably take some of the guard.
I would certainly hope so.
Anybody else want to go smash some goblin skulls? I'm sorry, Droop.
It's okay.
If it makes you feel any better, Droop, you're not just any goblin. You're our family.
I know.
Do you want to
Trust
go
me.
smash some goblin skulls?
No. I think I'm okay.
Okay.
I'd rather not see them if I don't have to.
Okay.
I'm not mad that you're doing it. Don't get me wrong. It's just... Goblins have very large families, and I don't know how I would feel about seeing them. You know.
I understand.
Pretty sure they already gave up their families in working with this man.
Yeah. You never
I'm
know.
pretty sure, Droop, that your family is right here in this building.
Thanks. But I'll stay here.
Thorin?
I don't have anything else to do.
Want to go bash?
Bash.
Yeah, bash.
Let's do it.
Bamir, would you like to come along? Or are you going to stay here in town?
I mean, it sounded like we were going to go scouting tonight.
All right.
I thought we were sending the guards out to do that so that we could do the scouting. They're a diversion, so we can do our thing over here.
Am I mistaken in my timing? Like, do we go slay the roving band and then go scouting?
If that's
What I thought.
That's kind of what I thought was happening.
DM.
To give them time to be reported missing, etc., etc.
Well, I mean, if there's no,
Ashin just raises an eyebrow at Reidoth. Am I wrong?
I mean... No?
all right.
Thorin, you're pretty fast on a horse, right?
Well,
Everybody's
as fast as you are on
horse.
foot.
That's fair.
We could maybe take horse to get close to that band, then dismount, and then go and fight them, and then ride horses to catch up with the rest of our group to make our way into our scouting mission. I don't know. Just trying to brainstorm here.
Not against it.
Plus, we have horses. You don't need to summon one, Thorin.
Keep
Save
mine
your-
summoned.
Save your energy, as it were.
I just feel like the guards can handle 30 goblins. How many did we kill last night? Or
Not
the night
enough.
Before last.
Still not enough.
Well, obviously.
Okay.
But
Well, if you'd rather just wait to go scout, we can absolutely do that. I have some things here in town I can do. I'll leave it tomorrow, whatever she decides. She's supposed to be meeting us here this morning, by the way, and I haven't seen her yet.
well, she's very busy.
She's not that busy.
Captain the guard and everything with a
Ah.
siege of goblins. And, dozens of soldiers under her command. Well, guardsmen. You enjoying that cinnamon roll and coffee?
I mean, I enjoy the coffee.
Oh, that's right. You don't eat cinnamon rolls? Reaches over, grabs one.
I still eat them. I just only slightly begrudgingly.
Grabbed one off the plate. Grab your cinnamon roll.
There's plenty for all. Don't need to fight like children. Anyway, if you want to find your captain of your guard, I suggest you go do so. And I can work with Asteria to channel the power of the sun.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
I think I'll go with you. Reidoth. Syria, if you don't mind. Last time, one of our... Wait a second. What was... Never mind. I don't know what I was talking about there.
I don't know what you were talking about either.
Maybe
If
you
want
need
to
more
come
coffee,
along, I
Bamir.
guess that's fine. We could always use some musical inspiration.
Yeah. For some reason, I've got this feeling of disaster when somebody talks about experimenting with magic.
Really? Why?
I don't know. Just a weird feeling.
Like, kind of like you've been through it before, kind of thing.
Like deja vu, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Something is clawing at my memory, and I'm not sure why, but we'll have to come back to that later. Asteria, we should be fine to go off to the green. We can practice there.
Ashin's already making his way out the door.
Right behind you, buddy.
So as you all leave, Asteria, you and Bamir and Reidoth walk over to the green. Reidoth kind of ushers you over to a specific spot and points at one of the targets ahead of you. Now, Asteria, I want you to think. Have you ever attempted to conjure your moonbeam not at night?
No?
Perhaps inside a building somewhere?
Not that I can recall.
Not even in a old fortress filled with nasty things?
Maybe.
I'll save you some time. I know you've done it. You could conjure it right now if you want to. That's the beauty of magic. But you don't think about it. You just do it. You know you have the ability to channel the power of the moon, so you do it. You know you can channel the power of the stars, so you do it. Are the stars no less present even during the day?
No, they're always there.
Exactly. Just as the moon is always there. So first, I'd like you to conjure your moonbeam right on that target over there.
Okay. Do you want me to roll something?
Yeah, roll to hit. Nice. So, Asteria, as you kind of reach up your hand towards the sky, you feel the presence of your magic. And kind of in the sky, you almost see this beam of white light that's kind of at a curve that then follows its way down on the path and illuminates this target in moonlight. You can see the radiance of the light kind of begin to work its magic on the target.
Very good. Now you can release it.
She releases it.
Now, I want you to focus and do the same thing, but instead of calling for the moon, focus your attention on the sun.
We will try this. Nope. That one did not work.
Asteria, you reach up to the sky once again, and you focus your best on the sun, and you're just like, you're basically like reaching and just nothing happens. You feel nothing. You just, it's not working.
Oh, come on. It's not that hard. You don't even look like you're trying. Believe you can do it, and you shall. Do it!
We'll try it again.
Not today.
As you reach up again, you're kind
Poor
of focused.
Asteria.
You begin to strain against the power of the sun, and you feel like a tingling in the tips of your fingers, but you're not feeling it. Reidoth kind of gets more impatient.
Oh, come on! It's not so hard.
Yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm frustrated in your ineptitude. You're supposed to be a druid. We channel nature. Sun and moon are very foundations of nature. Bard, what the hell are you doing? What are you smirking at? Aren't you supposed to be inspiring? Inspire her.
We'll try it again.
You got this. You're clearly a druid enough.
Syria, this time, you reach out once again, straining against the sky, when all of a sudden, from the bottom of the tips of your toes, you feel magic surge up through you. You feel this intense warmth fill your body as you feel your hand begin to burn is not the right word. You can feel this intense heat around your hand, but it doesn't burn you. And as you do, your hand, as you look up, becomes brilliant white. And you see light draw straight from the sun down on the same target, incinerating it.
There you go. That's what we're looking for. Bamir, you did shit. Just wanted to let you know. That was all Asteria.
I can't see.
Yeah, people around you have stopped to look at this beam of light that is just pulling straight down, and where typically your normal moonlight is just this really soft white beam, this is a brilliant, like yellowish white beam of sunlight that just is just absolutely insanely bright in this area. Asteria, you are not affected by it, though. It's almost that you can stare straight into the center and see perfectly. Almost to the point where you're like, what's so bad about this? You see people holding their hands up against their face.
You can release it now.
Just like, sorry.
Now, how did that feel?
Easy enough.
Easy enough, she says. Third time's a charm.
Oh, druids are freaking weird. Where are they? I can't see. Like, all I have is bar. Ugh.
Amir, you're going to feel something weird around your feet.
What?
Don't cast dispersions on druids, you.
What? I had to study for weeks to learn how to cast a spell.
Well, when you get your power from the earth, things are a little different.
I'm just saying.
Sorry?
Druids are weird. It's okay.
You're weird because you have to study.
Bamir, I want you to give me a perception check to see if you can see again.
No.
Yeah, Bamir, as you feel this kind of weirdness at your feet and legs, you kind of shake it off and you open your eyes to look down, and vines and roots are growing up around your legs and are holding you in place.
A counterspell.
Roll.
No?
He wants to counterspell an old-ass druid.
Good luck with that.
Not today, Satan.
But it's only if it's level 3 or lower.
Yeah.
3 or high, 4 or higher, sorry.
Reidoth laughs.
Oh, Bamir, you're amusing. I'm just helping you get in more touch with nature.
And you feel the roots kind of continue to go up your body and kind of stop at mid-torso.
Get your roots off me, old man.
Now I want you to contemplate the power of nature and how you can become more in touch with your earthly side and stop relying so much on books to try and learn spells. Magic is in everything. Bamir, it's inherent to you as a being.
Watch it with that vine. I said watch it.
Well, we'll see you later, Bamir. Asteria, let's go.
Get these things off of me.
It'll be fine.
Get them off me.
Okay.
Let's cast Dispel Magic.
You need to roll to see if you can break the vines. DC of 10.
There you go.
As you cast the spell magic, the vines begin to loosen a little bit and you're able to kind of wiggle a leg free and the other leg free.
Don't be such a baby. I was only trying to help you. I could have had the vines accost you in other ways, but I didn't.
I've been accosted enough. Thank you.
Well, I think I need to go and lie down. It's been an eventful morning. I'll meet up with you a little bit later. I'm going to go and see Edamath about some tea.
You're going to see Reidoth kind of walk off towards Edamath's hut. As you say that, Bamir, you hear this kind of rush of wind and Reidoth's gone. At least from where you used to see him. You turn around and you're able to see that he's gone in squirrel form and he is scurrying along the ground towards the little cottage.
I think if he was in a hurry, he'd choose something with longer legs.
You always gotta tempt him. You just gotta push the buttons. Anyway, so
That's the kind of bard he is.
it is. Right goes and kind of scurries away, and you're able to go back to the studio. We are going to take just a very short break because we got started late. But stretch your legs real quick if you need to. Refill your coffee or whatever. Yawn if you need to.
No more yawning.
I'm sorry. It's a thing. But yes, Asteria, so you now can kind of add to your abilities the ability to channel the power of the sun or the moon with your with your moonbeam. So you can moonbeam or sunbeam.
Sunbeam's an actual spell.
Yeah. I just can't cast it yet.
Nope.
Well, you can now.
It's a 6th level spell. Next level up.
Yeah.
I am the DM.
I'm being cheeky.
I say you can cast it now. You
I
can cast it
understand
now.
you are the DM, but D&D Beyond
Won't let you.
does not let me.
Well, know that when you cast your moonbeam, you are able to cast a sunbeam.
Okay.
Forgive my cheekiness. I'm just being cheeky.
You cheeky cheek. I need to get some hydrationness. Ugh.
I finished the coffee already. Now I'm just working on this little Dr. Pepper that I've had.
I know. I finished my coffee too, and I don't want to be. But also, good night, Lady Litany. If you're hanging out live with us in chat, I don't know where that Scottish accent came from. But if you're hanging out with us live in chat, thanks for hanging with us. If not, we are broadcasting live on Trovo and Twitch. And you can find us at twitch.tv/Dungeon Nytes or trovo.live/Nighttide on Saturday evenings. You can come hang out with us, do the fun stuff and things. Oh, I'm just going to stand up, stretch my legs real quick. And then when I see that the Corrupt is back, we will get going.
Yeah, we roll math rocks.
Wee, math rocks.
Yeah. Carrie, I was really gonna laugh if you rolled low a third time. Like really gonna laugh. I sent you a message. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah, I was gonna laugh.
That's just Asteria's rolls. I swear, whenever I roll off of her character sheet, it's like, roll for initiative. Oh, a 4.
A 2.
Okay. Thanks.
I mean, we're saving the best for last. It's fine. Yeah.
What are we saving for last?
The
Talking
best.
about Asteria's normal rolls.
They're very low.
Like her average is always very low.
Yeah. But hey, the dice gods knew what would make for fun RP. So there it is.
No, I was giggling because we were talking about it in chat, and I also sent her a message because I told her that if she had rolled low a third time, I would have died.
Aww. Aww. I'm sorry for the odds.
It would have just been nature telling her she's not ready to cast sun magic yet.
Could have been. Could have been.
I can't wait for my new glasses to get here.
Did you tell Knight that you ordered glasses?
I ordered glasses.
I saw someone who ordered glasses. That was you?
It was me.
Yay! Glasses!
Yeah. They just take longer because they're prescription.
I was going to say, were they prescription?
Mm-hmm.
They're so nice.
I'm getting some next. I've had this same pair of glasses for 10 years. It's time.
Yeah.
My prescription's newer than yours, so that's
Yeah,
why
I need
just
to
use it.
go get my eyes.
Examined.
looked
I
at.
know.
Yeah, for those of you in chat that don't know, I am partnered with Gamer Advantage, which is the only company that I'm aware of that actually has clinical trials that back up their glasses and prove that they do help to block the frequency of blue light that causes melatonin melatonin production in your brain to stop when staring at screens too long. And extremely helpful when it comes to if you're staring at a screen all day long for your job, or if you game after your job and you're just kind of in front of a screen all day. I have basically started wearing these 24/7 since I started working from home, what is it, almost 18 months ago now with the COVID. Like I've even gotten to the point where I wear them into the office with me on Mondays because I'm just so used to having them, and they help so much. So Gamer Advantage, code Nighttide, save yourself, I think it's 15%. And my code does stack whenever they have sales. So if you follow them on Twitter and you see that they're doing a sale, my code will stack with that. So you can save even more monies. So look for those things. But yeah, they're a great company. They actually care a hell of a lot, and they make a really good product. I was actually these are actually one of the first pairs that ever were sold. So I have one of the first pairs that they ever shipped, which is pretty awesome.
How did you find out about them?
I was doing research on glasses. In fact, it's kind of funny because I have these, which are a company called Victory that do something similar, but these are way less expensive. And I also had a pair of Gunners, which I actually have in my Gamer Advantage case that I came with. I had a pair of Gunners that I bought because everyone was like, oh, wear Gunners. And so, like, they're nice, but they've got the yellow tint, and they worked, but they didn't work as well as these work. And I was looking for something that was clear or near clear. And, like, you can... it doesn't take much to see the difference between, that where you can see the yellow tint, right? And these,
It's barely noticeable.
Where you can't even see it. Now, if you have a more yellow light, it's going to reflect more of the yellow, but in a clean white light, it really prevents a ton of glare, and the color production is stellar from these compared to these. Again, not that they were bad, these are just better. Plus, they're super flexible. They're damn near indestructible. I have accidentally sat on these things. My dog has chewed them at one point. Jerk face. In fact, I have the smallest scratch in the upper kind of corner. You can't see it, but it's right there on the glasses. And I could probably get them warranted, but they're lifetime warranted. Like, these are 2 years old. I can still do this to the frame without worrying about it. It's just a really neat material. Not many people would take their glasses and do that to them, or the other way. They're just really well built, good material, and fantastic. I love doing that because it freaks me out. At the same time, I can't believe that it's not going to snap. I'm like, is this the time where it's going to snap? I get to tell Brian, hey, look, Brian, look.
I'll be honest, you kind of freaked me out when you did that a little bit.
That's what happened to my last pair. The dog ate them.
This stream not sponsored by Gamer Advantage.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't talk when I partnered with a few. I haven't partnered with a few companies. I don't talk about the companies I'm partnered with often. I mainly kind of tweet about it seldomly because I'm not trying to be out here being a poster boy for anybody, but I am partnered with the companies that I do for a reason. I think that they make awesome products, and Gamer Advantage is by far one of the most beneficial products that I've ever used, especially when it comes to just getting better sleep overall. Just feel better. It's important. So yeah, Gamer Advantage, you can get them prescription, you can get them regular. You can get just glasses. You can get them in little kits that come with like stands and cases, and they actually have, I don't have them because they're in my car, but they come with magnetic sunglass clip as well that you can get to, so you can just wear them all the time.
I just got
pretty
the
neat.
basic Inferno ones.
Yeah, that's what these are. Infernos. So enjoy. But yeah, I'm excited for you to get them. So let's hop back in to the D&Ds. We have a Savage back. You have a Corrupt back. So, Thorn, Ashin, you two begin riding out to the west in search of goblins.
Gerblins.
Reidoth kind of lets you know that you can expect probably about 30 of them. If you ride west, you should somehow kind of intercept some type of a patrol. You, Moira, Thorin, and about 15 guards ride for about a half hour to an hour to the west, taking your time, moving along easily as Ashin is able to kind of carve paths out of the woods and make your way through rough terrain swiftly, easily. That said, you begin to kind of see traces of movement. And I'm going to ask you to give me first a perception check and second stealth check. The both of you.
It's a 14 on perception. Sad. It's
Don't see
lower
anything.
than my passive. My passive's 21.
Sir. I don't see anything.
Yeah, as you kind of look around, Thorin, you're kind of seeing tracks, but something just seems off about them. You're not really able to follow them. Ashin, you're able to kind of see, okay, well, there was movement here. It was not too long ago, and it continues in kind of a almost a southern arc, as if they're beginning to kind of circle more down towards the south on a patrolling pattern. Looks like
do you want-
a half large game trail.
These are goblins, right?
Yep.
Okay. I have advantage on survival checks to track them.
Okay. Well, the first one was just perception to see what you could see.
Sure.
So.
You want
can
to stealth?
Yeah. So I want to see your stealth now.
18.
Okay. You're so nervous.
6.
It didn't come through. Roll it again.
No, that's because it did it at disadvantage on set. 5.
You have disadvantage to stealth checks?
Yeah, he wears heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
Big guy in heavy armor.
Fat guy, little coat.
Okay.
I can cast Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, you should probably do that if we're gonna be stealthy.
Yeah,
Sure.
as you begin kind of making your way down the path, Ashin, you just hear Thorin's armor. Just
I cast Pass Without Trace. Add 10 to your stealth roll.
Makes it a 15.
Mine's now a 28.
no, I want you to re-roll.
Oh, you want another
Cool.
roll? Okay. That
Okay,
works.
I'll roll again. Does a 32 count?
5.
Oh, you're fine.
Look.
Wow.
Look.
So you're still at a 15?
15. The dice want what the dice want.
And Pass Without Trace affects all of the guard. If they're within
Yeah.
30 feet of me, they all get a plus 10 bonus to stealth.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So you're fine. So essentially what ends up happening is Thorin, Ashin kind of casts his Pass Without Trace, and you notice that the sound of your armor just kind of deadens a bit. It's a little weird, but it feels better. Even the sounds of your horse are somewhat muted now. The rest of the guards seem to be kind of aware of this, and Ashin, as you kind of give them a nod and kind of lead them forward, everyone is able to kind of stealthily follow this track that you lead.
Yeah, I just stay next to Thorin. Like, I look at him. I cast the spell and I look at him and I go,
well, you move forward and follow this trail for probably another kind of 20 to 30 minutes. And Ashin, you begin to see signs that you're closer. The tracks become fresher. By this time, it's kind of midday-ish. The sun's coming through the treetops. The wind dies down. And there's a stillness, and you can hear ahead of you the sound of light movement.
I kind of turn my head over my shoulder and look at the rest of the retinue of guard. I look at Thorin and I like tap my ear and point in the direction that I'm hearing the sound. I draw out my bow. Are we still on horseback?
I don't know, are you?
Probably shouldn't be.
Because we have some options here. We can ride through them, full tilt, or we can dismount and fight.
I got a horse for a reason.
I look at Moira and kind of testing how much her study has gone. I make a few very brief hand signals in Thieves' Camp, stating where I'm hearing the sound.
Un momento.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, Moira is not really picking up what you're putting down. She's kind of getting a little bit, but
Okay,
she's not
so
quite there yet.
I like stop. Like very clear as day, not like Thieves' Camp, but like
Yeah.
simple hand signals in that
Mhm.
direction.
And then
And
she
then-
goes,
I make motion like ride or shoot.
she just looks at you.
Oh boy.
No, she looks at you and kind of mouths, how many?
Would you like me to survival check
Mm-hmm.
or any? What check would you
give
like me to
give me a
make?
survival check. Or your tracking.
That's the first roll. That's a 12.
Okay.
That's an 11. So 12. Sad.
12.
Rolled low.
It's okay. Ashin, you look down and you are kind of examining the tracks. And as you do so, you see that there's only about 10 or so different tracks where you were obviously expecting a bunch more.
Okay. I kind of roll off of my horse and walk over to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I offer, like, give me your hand.
She reaches down to you.
And I just tap on the palm of her hand, like how many I'm seeing tracks of. And then I kind of go,
And she just kind of gives you the ride symbol.
Gonna ride through them. Sweet. Ashin very quietly mounts back up on his horse. I look at Thorin. I look at his war horse. I look at Thorin. And I go. I lean like real close. We're gonna ride through them.
Two swords out.
What do I have on me? Do I have my sword on me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just okay, I have a short sword on me. Rest of my gear's in my room. Or in Godoric's room. I pull out short sword.
All right.
And I kind of
long sword if you need one.
I sheathe the short sword.
Short sword on his belt, like walking arsenal.
I'd take the long sword from him.
I would like you all to roll initiative. Or you two to roll initiative.
You think you are a gooder?
11, which is sad.
15.
Okay. All right, so the order will be Thorin, Ashin, and then Moira and the rest of the guard.
Okay. Do we get a surprise round for stealthiness?
Not when you're riding in with horses. So you make your way further up the trail. And Ashin, you can see kind of a little bit ahead as you guys continue to move somewhat quietly, trying to kind of close that gap. And you see them. You see that group of 10 walking kind of not in lines. They're kind of haphazardly clumped together, but along a trail.
Okay. I look at Thorin.
Do my thing.
Yep.
All right, Thorin, I want you to roll the hit.
First, since I have a war horse, I'm gonna try to trample. 'Cause I can do that. They gotta make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Okay.
Or be not prone.
Let's do it public. The only way to do it. One second.
Modifier.
The first two are stealthy enough to get out of the way of your horse and not be knocked prone. But as you are riding through, I want you to give me one more trample roll.
What do you want me to roll for that? Because it's actually the same for them.
No, do roll the same.
Back up.
That's not a roll, it's a save, I think.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
it's just a
save
save.
for
Sorry.
them.
Then I will
Yeah,
roll
just to
again.
save.
Yeah, the next two don't make it. What's the damage on that?
And now that he's prone, if I do that, I can attack with my hooves, which now I can.
Does the trample it not do any damage on its own?
Yeah, it just knocked him prone.
Okay,
if I
just
knock
knocks
him
him
prone,
prone.
I can
Okay.
then trample. I can actually attack him with my hooves, or with its hooves. So, +6. Yeah, that's only 8. To
Yeah.
hit.
It's
Don't
not, it's
you
not going to
have
do it.
advantage because they're prone?
You would.
It's a melee, so yes.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for small favors.
Dirty 20.
There we go. Yeah, that'll hit. Let's
Well,
go.
let's see. 2d6 plus 4. And that would be 12 dead.
The two goblins that you trampled and knocked prone, you kind of are able to just swing your sword. And as they're mid-falling, you decapitate both of them. Ashin, you're up.
I don't think my regular horse allows me to trample.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So I'm gonna ride into the group.
And we're gonna see if more gerblins can be.
Nope.
Them gerblins are stealthy. Those are not. So similarly, you kind of ride through, and two are able to kind of jump out of the way, but the next two are not so lucky. They're just not able to see you guys coming.
I'm gonna swing with the longsword, I guess. So I'm not gonna like stomp on them with the horse. I don't know how to use a horse for combat like that, so
That's fair.
Totally fair.
that's a 6.
Yeah, you're gonna miss.
Okay.
That
Extra attack.
with advantage?
Oh, they're prone.
Oh, they are
Yeah.
prone. That's right. These
Just
two are
remember
prone.
that.
19.
There we go. Roll for damage.
He's only one-handing it, so 2. It's been a while since he's used the sword.
Yeah, Ashin, you kind of swing down aggressively as this one is kind of falling. You're able to clip off its ear. You hear it.
Extra attack, swing at it again.
Sure. If you have another attack to use it.
For 20, it's a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
For 6 damage.
You kind of follow that swing up with a thrust and are able to just impale one of the goblins. And he's dead.
Okay. This is my first turn. So I have cool. I have one more attack.
Sweet. Let's go.
First roll was a 13. Second roll is a dirty 20.
Those will hit.
And this one does an extra D8 of damage
Nice.
for 6.
Okay. This time, you're able to kind of follow up. Since you impaled the one, you're kind of able to go through and slash down the chest of the other, dropping it. And you just hear a lifeless as it falls to the ground dead. So now you have
And then
4 of 10 goblins down.
And then I bonus action, disengage, and ride out of the formation.
Perfect. That makes room for Moira to come in. Let's see. Sorry, that was an 11. I didn't mean for that to be a private roll. That was an 11. The goblins that she hits do not make the save. And those definitely don't make the save. And she's going to be able to hit the first, but not the second. The one she does hit, she kills. Kind of riding in and slashing upwards, she's able to kind of go straight up through the middle and cleanly kill the one while the other one's still knocked prone. Let's do a bulk ride for the rest of the riders. Yeah, the rest of the goblins that are standing have been knocked prone by the other riders riding through. And let's see how we're hitting, because I'm doing basically 2 groups of these guys. Yeah, they will both hit. Yeah, so the rest of the riders come through. And they're able to continue to kind of trample over the remaining goblins. Even those that got away the first time are still eventually kind of knocked down. And the guards roll up and stab downward. And they're able to take out the remaining of the goblins. Is that it? Looks like we got them all.
Are we still in initiative order?
No.
I'm gonna check for more tracks with my survival skill, just to make sure that we're got them all. See if there was, like, if they were grouped up and some had gone off in a different direction or whatever.
Sure.
It's 18 on the first roll and 15 on the second roll.
Asheen, you're kind of looking down at the bodies and thinking to yourself that if Reidoth said that there were probably going to be 30, the fact that there were only 10 is a little disconcerting. You look around to see if there's any additional tracks, and as you look down, you see that this has become a fairly well-traveled path by goblins. You see a series of small footprints that kind of continue to lead on, almost like they've been patrolling some type of a very wide perimeter.
I kind of imitating it like just a standard like bird in the forest. I make a whistle. Oh, man, yeah. To get everybody's attention.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's looking at you. The guards are kind of kicking the goblin bodies. Asheen, we've killed them all. Just talk.
I throw the sword back at Thorin. I don't need that thing. I pull out my new crossbow.
Enjoy.
This is a heavily trafficked area. Like, there's clear pathings. And Reidoth said that there was at least 30. or around 30. This isn't it. There's more in these woods.
Asheen and Thorn, I need you guys to give me perception checks.
30, 20.
18.
As you say that, Asheen, and facing back towards the group, you look above their heads to see a series of arrows coming your way. And I want you to give me... What's your modifier? I'll let
For
you
what?
do Thorin athletics or acrobatics to get out of the way, and Asheen, give me a dex save. Oh!
It's only 12. Rolling
I'm
so
okay.
bad.
I think I'm good.
I think you're good too. Thorin, you are able to grab Asheen and pull each other out of the way of these arrows behind some trees. The rest of the guards see you kind of looking with wide eyes and kind of move, and they're able to get out of the way enough to be able to take some cover behind trees. Asheen, as you peek out around, you see a larger group of goblins coming up behind you on the same trail that you had just been on.
Okay.
They're about 80 feet away from you. We're going to we're going to use the same initiative order that we had before. Thorin, what do you do? You're up.
So they're 80 feet. Getting back on my horse and casting haste on myself and it. And gonna start making my way about halfway up. About 40 feet up.
You going to try and take cover on anything between there?
Yeah, I'll pull off to the side so I'm not right in the way.
Yeah, there's plenty of tree cover, so you can take cover behind a tree. Asheen,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay. I look at this crossbow. It's my first time using this thing. How far did you say they were away?
80 feet.
Okay. I hunter's mark the first one that I see,
Okay.
which drops past without trace. And then I shoulder the crossbow and I fire. For a 15.
That'll hit. Just, but it hits.
And that hits him for a 12 damage on the first shot.
Okay.
And then I fire again.
Okay. Asheen,
crossbow.
your shot fires straight through the head of the goblin that you're aiming at and into the chest of the one behind him, and you take out both.
Okay. My next shot is a 28, by the way.
Yep, that'll certainly hit.
For 14 damage.
Something similar happens. You see this arrow, the crossbow seems to be packing so much punch right now that it's just going straight through these goblins, as they really aren't very well armored at all. And these arrows just seem to be dropping multiple at a time. And between those two shots, you've dropped 4 goblins.
And then I kind of flourish in a wood elf way and spin behind a tree and take cover.
Moira kind of switches to ranged weapons and begins kind of telling the men to fire off arrows. The first group are not so successful at hitting. The second group is able to get some hits in. And they're able to take out another 4 goblins. More arrows fly your way. All seem to be missing or sticking in trees. 3 volleys suck. Okay. All the arrows are missing, and we're back to you, Thorn.
All right, so me and Super Fast Horse are gonna go charging in. And we'll just do the same thing. Try to attack him with hooves. Perfect. And I'm gonna roll here.
Let's go.
And dodge. Python 10. 18 damage total on that one. And since we are hasted, we'll do it again. For a 15 to hit.
Well, so that first one's doubled, right? So that's what? You said...
It was 18 total. That was the crit.
Oh, that was the crit was 18?
double.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So 15 to hit on the next one.
Yep, that'll hit.
9 damage to whoever else is in the way. And then I will swing a sword if anybody else is still in my way.
But you can go ahead.
$25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And through 2 hands. Only 8 damage. And my
Wait, how much damage?
8.
8 damage. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, what?
And another 25 for my last hasted attack. If anybody else is still standing.
Oh, yeah.
And 12 damage.
No
Okay.
smite?
So,
No smiting. Not yet.
so as you run in there, essentially every 6 damage that you do is a goblin dead. So that first attack took out 3. Between your next 3 attacks, you take out another 4. Thorn, you are an insane looking force riding into this kind of horde of goblins. A number of them are running on the ground. A couple of them are trying to kind of climb at least midway up into some trees. As you hit this first kind of break into this wall of goblins, 3 get trampled under your hooves. And then as you're swinging your swords, you're just taking out and cutting these things in half, cutting things heads off as you're running through, and make your way through the other side, having left just carnage in your wake.
Misty step back that way. So I got another run up for next time.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Ashin.
Okay. I poke out from this tree. I look at the field. And I fire at the... I use my bonus action, move my hunter's mark to whichever one I see first.
Sure.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, that'll hit.
$18. Sneak attack dice. 22 damage on the first shot.
Okay.
And then I fire at the next guy for a 14 to hit.
That'll miss.
And then I just move through the trees and take cover behind another tree.
Okay. So Ashin, that first shot, as you popped out, you see the goblin's kind of attention turn towards Thorin as he has just decimated an entire line of them. And as they've kind of stopped in awe, you're able to line up a shot that takes out 3 through the dome piece. Standing in the middle of the road, you just see their bodies drop, and as you loose that second arrow, you were actually kind of aiming for one of the last guys that you got, not quite seeing that you had already gotten him, and his body dropped before the arrow sailed past into nothingness. The rest of the crew begins to ready arrows. And they're able to successfully take out most of the remaining goblins. You see 2 of them begin to kind of climb up into the trees and try to scurry away. As you hear them kind of going back and forth gibberish, panicked, as all of this is taking place.
Are they actually speaking Goblin? Because I know that language.
They are. You hear them say, "Screw this, I'm out of here! Go! Go now!" And you just see these 2 just begin to start trying to take off.
Okay.
Throw a javelin at one of them.
All right, Thorn, roll to hit.
Hit him to a tree, hopefully. 14.
That'll miss.
Nah.
Okay. Am I able to differentiate which one's which?
No, not at this
Okay.
distance.
So I'm just gonna shoot at one first. 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 14 damage.
Yeah, that one's dead.
And then
I'll get him.
I look at the other one, and I'm aiming for his shoulder to pin him to the tree.
Okay. I'm going to make that. So normally these creatures have a DC of 15. As I
22
say,
to hit.
I was going to make you have a DC of 18 in order to pin him to the tree. But 22 will do.
You want me to roll damage?
No, you're fine. You're going to pin him. So you fire this arrow, and just as this guy begins to try and run past a tree, he just gets stuck, almost like he's trying to turn to miss it, and he gets stuck like this, facing the trees. Just, ugh.
Damn it. Can't get out.
Sling the crossbow back over my back.
Good eye.
All of the goblins are dead. Moira and the rest of the crew begin trying to rummage through the bodies, trying to see if they can salvage anything. And Ashin, you're able to walk over towards this thing for a little interrogation section. But we will pick that up next time.
Oh, okay. I wasn't going to interrogate him. That's fine,
Well,
though.
then you can do what you want with him next time.
Okay.
Very sadly, I have to go and free the puppers because apparently he has to go potty. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream. Thank you, everyone that hung out and came by. Appreciate your faces. We should be back next week for more Dungeon Nytes action and see what we can do. There should be some big fights.
Gonna sling some beams of the sun around.
Gonna sling some sunlight. It's gonna be nice.
Brush up that counter spell.
It's gonna be nice. All right. We will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and we will see you Monday for Rime of the Frostmaiden. Love your faces, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.